Greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you here at Navora Autism for the start of a brand new Let's Play, and this is going to be a special one for me as we take on Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. And this is going to be special for me as I'm going to explain while we're getting this started. So let's get this underway. So I have a first avatar already to go, but we're going to start a brand new avatar. So this is the one I've been starting with over the course of the last few weeks. So we're going to get a new character introduced. And so we're just going to load him up here. Alright, so I would, as far as this is a Let's Play is concerned, I would never have thought about doing this as a Let's Play if it wasn't for something in particular that I discovered here in the character creation. I had been inspired to actually get this game after watching the likes of Super Genius and Ash 10 playing it on Twitch. And I didn't really think about it much until I actually saw them play it, and I thought to myself, yeah, you know what, this actually would be a good Final Fantasy game to get my hands on. So, got my hands on it, and now, having had the chance to play it, I really definitely think this will be a good Let's Play for me to do, because of a particular reason that is very close to my heart. So, while I'm talking, we'll get started with character creation. So basically, you get 5 different races you can choose from. You can choose from the Hures, which are basically humans. You have the Elizens, which are basically elves. Lalafels, which are like dwarves. Mikotes, which are like basically beast-human hybrids. And Rogadins, the big armored titans of the group. But I'm going to basically use the Hure is what I'm going to use here. Just the basic human race for this particular challenge. And then choose between Midlander or Highlander. Well, thinking about it, but I would base it on who has the better attributes, but I'm actually going to choose the Midlander for a very specific reason. And I'll get more about that as we go along. I want my character to be taller. And then, as far as stats are concerned, I think he's good where he is. I'm gonna go with a little lighter skin tone, perhaps. Alright, hairstyle. What looks closest to mine? Yeah, a lot of these male hairstyles look a lot like female hairstyles, don't they? And that's not what I'm going for. Let's see here. You know what, I actually do... I'm kind of leaning towards this one. Unless I can find a better one for myself, but... yeah, you know what, I'll go with this hairstyle. I think we can work with this. And then, for a very specific reason pertaining to why I'm doing things the way I'm doing them, I'm gonna dye my avatar's color green. We'll see. You'll see why in a moment. As far as his face is concerned, no way. I think I'll stick with the default option. Not worried about the jaw. Eye shape. I think type 5 because it's closest to mine. Large iris. And I will also use green for my character's eye color. Might go even a little deeper than that. Yeah, that's good. Actually, you know what? Go back to eye color. I like the previous eye one better. Yeah, that one. And then eyebrows. I'm not leaning towards type 3. Not worried about the nose. Definitely not using type 2 mouth. Type 3 is the closest to mine. No lip color. And as far as facial features... oh, okay, that takes the mustache away. Well, actually, you know what? For this particular, I'm actually going to go with the no facial hair option. Don't want tattoos. Nor do I want face paint. What type of voice do I have for options? Oh, wait a minute. One more time. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go with type 4. That's actually the one that sounds closest to me. So we'll go ahead with that one. Alright, we'll confirm that and save this appearance data. We'll save it in this slot. So, data saved. And then I can do some more elaborate things, like specifying my character's date of birth. And I'm actually going to tie this in as to why I am doing this the way I am doing it for this special Let's Play. 6th astral moon. Oh no, that's pointing out towards November actually. So I actually want to go with 3rd umbral moon. And then go to 6/8. Ninth son of the 3rd umbral moon, June 8th. That's what I wanted to take. And then, as far as attributes are concerned, this one is basically like your horoscope. What's the horoscope that you would be using? And I'm actually going to, even though I've set the date for 6/8, I'm actually going to use number 9 because my birthday is in September. And so, because there are 12 different symbols here, I'm going to choose this one as my option. Actually, no, I'd rather go with number 5 or number 6. In fact, I'll take 6 because of the fact that we're going with the green theme. We might as well go with the green symbol. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And now for the reason why I chose to do this as a special Let's Play. Sorry about that. Yes, the reason I chose to do this as a special Let's Play. I would have never thought about doing this as a Let's Play until I got to this point in the character creation, because there is a date that's coming up in the next few months that is near and dear to my heart. The high school that I went to and graduated from is celebrating its 75th anniversary this year, and the ceremonies will be taking place over the weekend of June 6th to June 8th. And so it's because I've chose June 8th as my character's birthday that is symbolizing with my high school's 75th anniversary. And our team name for our sports teams is actually one of these particular warrior classes, specifically the Lancer. And so that's what I'm going to be choosing to be as over the course of this special Let's Play. And since it's 75 years that my high school is celebrating its anniversary, this Let's Play will take place over a course of 75 days. Because since today is March 26th, and the 75th day would be June 8th, which would be the last day of the 75th anniversary, that's what I'm going with. And what warrior class you choose also determines which of the 3 cities in the game you're starting in as well. And then choose which game server I want to play on. My first avatar is on Exodus, so I'll also put my second avatar on Exodus. And now for the name of my character. I'm not going to use one that's closer to my name. I'm actually going to use, because I mentioned since my high school is celebrating its 75th anniversary, I'm going to be using the most popular nickname of the high school, which was its initials. And my high school that I graduated from was Elmira District Secondary School. And so it's known by everyone who goes there by its initials, and so that will serve as the inspiration for the name of my character. And so, my character will be known in this Let's Play as EDSS. And so that's going to be the name of my character for this Let's Play. Confirm that name, and begin a new game with this character. We're all ready to go. And so now saving my newly created character into the database. And so it's time for EDSS to go on a journey. And for those of you wondering, if you're looking at the lower right corner of your screen and wondering what that thing is that's bobbing up and down, you're probably thinking it's like some ugly creature that's holding a balloon in its teeth and has a red body that's separated from its head. But it's actually not. It's actually one of the two creatures that is most synonymous with Final Fantasy, the Moogle, and it's actually wearing a blue mailman's hat and it's carrying a red mailman's bag. Yeah, the first time I saw that image, I thought it was like some ugly creature, but it's actually not. It's anything but ugly. And so now we can begin. And there is EDSS, ready to go on his journey. And he begins his descent. And takes his steps on what I'm guessing is solid ground.
Here. Feel.
Oh, what's going on? Who's calling out to us? Yes, walk towards the light, my son. And so, yeah, that's exactly what he is doing. Walking towards the light. Oh, but that light soon turns to darkness and something's coming out of it. Yeah, a guy in a black robe, wearing a mask that looks like Kane from the WWE, not to be confused with Kane, the Dragoon from Final Fantasy IV, perhaps the most famous turncoat in Final Fantasy history. And so, what does EDSS do about this? Well, he's got himself a new look, and he's not afraid to use it. Yeah, are you scared? Because I'm bringing the full power of my lance right to you. Yeah, it looks like we got a showdown on our hands. And as they come to blows! Well, what happened? Well, we'll never know, actually. No, that's unfortunately, we're not going to find out what happened. We'll just let the loading screen do what it needs to do. And yeah, since this is an MMORPG and can only be played online, you're going to see loading screens coming on a regular basis, but I'll make it a point to edit them out as much as possible. Oi! Yeah, someone's calling out to us now. Yeah, wake up then, man. You're right, lad. You're murmuring in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. That'll be the ether, I reckon. Some are more prone to the sickness than others. No need to fret though, you'll soon get used to it. I hope you're right. As he takes a swig from his bottle of wine. Oh, what's that noise? Well, that would be, as one of the creatures I mentioned before, the Moogle, one of the two creatures along with the Chocobo that is most synonymous with the Final Fantasy series. Feeling better, Koopa? Yeah, and most of the time when they end a sentence, they'll end it with the word Koopo, which I have no idea what it means, but it's meant to give them an increase in their character. Aha, you can't see us! I had a feeling you could, Koopo! We're Moogles, and we live in this wood! Yeah, there's two of them. Yeah, those things are hilarious. More folks can't see or hear us, which makes you special, Koopa! And seeing as how you're special, maybe you can tell us something. The world's been restless of late. Lots of strange things happening. Have you chanced to witness anything suspicious, Koopa? Well, I can't say that I have. Nope. Gotta shake my head on that. The second Moogle's drinking the wine. But of course you haven't. You've only just arrived. Well, there's nothing for it then. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you. Goodbye. Yeah, take your silly little friend with you. He's gonna need a designated driver. Or in this case, a designated flyer. Yeah, and as this guy goes to take another swig of his wine, yeah, a ghost drank your wine. So hilarious. Gridania started a fair way off. In case you were wondering, seeing as how you're awake, how's about you keep me company till we get there? Them young'uns don't care for much for conversation, see? Well, it's easy to understand why. I mean, they spend so much of their lives these days texting. Gremlin's the name, and Pellin's me trade. As for yourself, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you're one of them new adventurers. Am I wrong? Yeah, you can say that. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? And to be honest, I don't like either of these three options. At least for me personally, so I'm just going to choose option number 4. In that, I'm going to decline to answer him. Well, if you ain't inclined to tell, I ain't about to pry. Might be his old Bremen's a chatterbox, but he sure as hell as ain't no busybody. We all have a secret or three, don't we? Me, dozens. And I'd rather they'd stayed secret too, which is why I don't go sticking me nose where it ain't welcome. Even though you're a merchant? Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Yeah, definitely wisdom to that. So as the carriage goes along, ah! Oh my god, what happened to your eyes? Who took out your eyes? Oh, that is awful! Oh, what happened to you? What's this then? Yeah, poor guy got his eyes taken out. And then this happens. Ah! Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, something's definitely wrong here. What's going on? A skirmish has broken up ahead with the Ixtal. For your own safety, you must remain here until... Until what? Man with no eyes. I mean, seriously, we could have mistaken you for Brock. Yeah, there's definitely some problems going on here. Bloody hells, we shall hold them here. Try to break clear. Yeah, more people with no eyes. Like, where are we going where nobody has eyes? That's really scary. Why do these people all have no eyes? That's not right. That was too bleeding close. Not the Ixtal to send us a welcoming party though, eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you meet those feathered fiends, so you just take care, alright? Yeah, my voice is constantly changing here. By the by, is this your first trip to Gridania? Well, with this particular avatar, yes. So, I'll say that it is. I'll agree to that question. It is. Well then, let this journey that Terran tell you the ins and outs of your destination. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest luscious forest in all of Eorzea. Though it ain't near as lush as it used to be, saying that, not since the calamity laid half of it to waste. The destruction prompted a new herd of nasties to move in, and gave the Ixtal much unneeded encouragement. Birdman's raids have become a daily occurrence. Ah, at long last. Behold Gridania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals. Well, at least we know we made it to our starting point. that will serve over the course of this game. So, just waiting on the loading screen.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest, close to the heart of Eorzea. Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Catania.
Certainly a nice place I've come to, and actually for someone like myself, rather appropriate actually.
Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the 7th Umbral Era.
Well, that's not good. Yeah, we'll learn more about this stuff later.
However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes another brave soul.
And that would be me, of course.
One who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
Well, now we've finally set foot on terra firma. And here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's back to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for keeping me company. So, what exactly are you bestowing upon me? Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of sturdy personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider it square. Fair enough. And away he goes.
May the matron take him to her bosom, that he may never want.
That's so funny.
So serenity, purity, and sanctity.
Well, we shall see if that indeed holds true. And thus, I am on my way. But yeah, if you're of a certain time period, the word bosom is quite hilarious to you. And I just happen to be of that time period. Alright, so now that we have had our first encounter with the bad guys before the gameplay even gets started, and yeah, also meeting with scary people who have no eyes. So here we are, setting foot in Catania. And considering we're in the forest, it should not come as much of a surprise that pretty much all the buildings here are made out of wood. Old school craftsmanship. And construction as well. You there! Yes, you! Who's getting our attention? Another guy with no eyes. Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. How could you tell? I am Bertinant, a wood whaler of Catania. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let us see which you are. Well, we shall indeed see over the course of the next 75 days. Alright, so, welcome to Catania, a vibrant forest nation cradled in the bosom of nature. Follow the instructions and move your character in just the position of the camera. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that much. We'll get that out of the way. Yeah, pretty much most of the time that you're doing things, if ever you want to advance something or accomplish something, it starts by talking to anyone who has an exclamation point above their head. Just such as Bertinant here, so let's go ahead and talk to him. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Catania, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. So let's go ahead and accept this, because we have to, or else we can't proceed with the story. Another green adventurer, I presume. I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Catania unchecked and untested. Fair enough. Before you rush off and begin pestering every South citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known at the car line canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you were wondering. The Carline Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Miyun within, and she will take you in hand. Thank you very much, sir. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. And so, that's basically... That's basically, you see the on the right side of the screen, the line coming to Catania. That basically tells you what you have to do. And if you see on the little circle, that's your little mini-map. If you see anything like what you see with the green check mark, it tells you you're getting close to where your objective is. So that is going to be over here. And so we shall proceed to make our way into the Carline Canopy, as was instructed to us by Bertrand, and we'll speak with Mother Miyun here. Yeah, a lot of the stuff you're seeing in the upper left-hand corner is stuff I can explain myself. Yeah, because if I read all that stuff, it'll just be wasting time. So yeah, we want to make ourselves known to the Adventurers Guild. And Mother Miyun is busy with her nose in the book as the new man on the scene arrives. Well, well, what have we here? A wide-eyed wandering young adventurer, come to put your name down at the guild, I assume. That would be correct. Welcome, Miyun's my name, or Mother Miyun as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. As head of the Adventurers Guild in Catania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Catania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? Oh, yes I would. To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well with our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people lived in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixal and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Galilean Empire to the north, and that is to say nothing of the Calamity. Yeah, we'll learn more about the Galilean Empire and the Calamity as we go along with the course of these 75 days. Even now, the wounds have barely begun to heal. Ah, but I speak as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years past, Eorzea was well nigh laid to waste, when a dreadworm emerged from within the lesser moon Dolomood and rained fire upon the realm. It is this which people call the Calamity. Scarcely a square mile of the Twelveswood was spared the devastation, yet despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I am well aware of how improbable that may sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the Calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of the events as there are people willing to recount them. That must be a lot of amnesia. Yet amidst the hazy recollections of conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing, that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of our realm, and yet whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amidst the blinding glare. These adventurers have come to be known as the Warriors of Light, and that is actually a reference to the original characters of the first Final Fantasy, all the way back in 1989. Pray do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Catania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you will play your part. All that's left then is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill, scroll your name right there. And so, she hands me an invisible quill. Oh, and I would appreciate it if you used your real name. There is a special place in the 7th Hell for those who use amusing aliases. Well, hopefully my alias is not an amusing one to you, Miss Miyun. EDSS, And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? Well, that's up to you, I guess, Mother Mune. Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Catania, nation blessed by the elementals and the bounty of the Twelveswood. The guild expects great things from you. Well, look at what just arrived. Another gold-stamped adventurer. Yeah, apparently people like me are not welcome. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very self that Catania needs. Yeah, more people with no eyes. The elder Seed Seer has herself made us welcome with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Of course not. Lest you forget it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the 7th hell. Well, I thought there were 9 hells. Didn't Dante's Inferno indicate that there were 9 levels of hell? Pay that outburst no mind. He only meant to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the Twelveswood of late, you see, and the Wood Whalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not well know, yourself included. Fear not, however. Given a catalogue of exemplary deeds, and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warn to you. Well, I hate to break this to you, Mother Mune, but I only have 75 days. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Mune to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. I will definitely accept your invitation on that. And so we've officially completed our first quest, coming to Catania, and we get a reward of 50 experience points and 103 gil, which is the currency of the game, and that's been used since every year in every Final Fantasy since Final Fantasy VII. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken the first step as an adventurer in the city of Catania. Listen well to the wisdom of Mother Mune, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Alright, so we'll skip past that. So yeah, so now the importance has changed. What you saw on Bertonant's icon, which basically was like a little inverted tail, like an apostrophe, and now it changes with Mother Mune into one that looks like a ring of fire. So these are the really important quests that you absolutely have to do in order to advance the story. So let's go ahead and talk to Mother Mune again. Close to home, Mune, proprietress of the Carline Canopy, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. And so let's do just that. Let's begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you're a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, we must be sure you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. Very well. Your first task is to visit the Aetherite. This massive crystal stands in the middle of the Aetherite Plaza, not far from the Carline Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetherite plays a key role in the life of the ever-wandering adventurer. Once you've located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Lancers Guild. Yeah, and depending on what your default weapon is, your default warrior class, you'll go to whatever guild it is that you chose this for your warrior class, as corresponding to what you're using. There is no better place to learn the arts of the polearm. Speak with Jillian and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. Oh sweet, I get to speak with Jillian Michaels? That's pretty cool. For your third and final task, I would have you visit the markets and at the heart of all Gridania's commercial district. There you should find weapons and armor and all the various items that an adventurer might need on his travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Pass Montre and listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so be sure to have him one of my famous eel pies. Yeah, Eel pies, huh? I'll bet they taste better than they sound. Like so many men, he's much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a batch not long ago. You have your tasks, Edie. May Norfolk guide your path. Thank you very much, Mune. And one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to offer a helping hand. I am certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer in whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in time folk will be more inclined to entrust you with matters of moment. And so our next quest is accepted. So yeah, this shouldn't take too long, I would imagine. We do have to cover a bit of walking distance, but it won't be that much of a challenge. But of course, the biggest challenge will be waiting for the load screen to complete what it has to do. Alright, we're done with this. Oh, so we'll just get this out of the way. Yeah, because I pretty much know how everything works in this game, at least up to this point anyway. Alright, so we want to go where the icons are attached with the arrows. So we want to go this way. Oh, hold on. I was almost about to run by it, actually. Yeah, that would have been silly. So yeah, this is the aetherites, and so when we touch it, when you touch it for the first time, you have to press X twice, by the way. When you touch it, this can serve as your point where you can come back after you've gone somewhere. You can use this and come back to it. Greetings, adventurer. I see you are faithfully following Mother Mune's instructions. And another person with no eyes. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Nasia of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about the aetherite. Yes, that big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the aetherites in their connection to the flow of ether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Truly few things in this world are so useful to an intrepid explorer. But you need not locate them all at once. Before rushing out into the wilds, I suggest you start with the aetherites found here in Catania. Should you wish to learn more about the aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. Thank you very much, Miss Nicaea. So we have now learned the ability Return. And so now we can use it whenever we are gone a long way. We can hold down R2 and press the X button to use the return, and it'll bring us right back here. So now that we've taken care of that, we can now move on to our next locations. And those are going to be both on the other side of Gridania. So we're going to make our way there right now. I'm also going to click R1 to change my ability set. So yeah, we were standing in New Gridania, where the Carline Canopy was and where the main Aetherite was. And now we're going to go over into Old Gridania. So we'll give the loading screen time to do what it needs to do. Alright, so the first place we're going to come through anyway, you're not required to do these 3 tasks in order, so since we're running through the market first, we can take the opportunity to speak with Pass Montre. Hello there. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to have addressed Pass Montre, master of the markets? You think you can stroll in here, bold as you please, and demand my hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does not for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If, on the other hand, you had some tasty morsel to curry my favor, then I might reconsider your request. Come on now, this whole encounter reeks of Mune's handiwork, and more specifically, her baking. Don't look so surprised, son. I smelled that eel pie of yours a moment away. Hand it over. Yeah, he was already on to us already. So yes, If you have a key item that someone needs, we'll just get this out of the way. If you have a key item someone needs, then it'll automatically put you on the menu where the key item is, so you can just click on the item that you acquire and use hand over to give it to them. Yeah, it's like, give it up. That flaky crust, just divine. Very well, I'm a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventurer need look no further than the rosewood and ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armor. Such goods are the province of the rosewood stalls, directly south of here. You will be pleased to learn that the merchants of Catania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship, so you needn't fear defective straps and the like. If it is potions and paraphernalia you seek, head north to the ebony stalls. The shelves there are lavishly stocked with widely travelled Uldan merchants, and I may truly say that I have seen things amongst their myriad wares that I scarce knew existed. Do you follow me thus far? The first step in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs. Then you may concern yourself with price and profit. There is little more I can teach you with mere words. Go peruse the stalls and see for yourself what wares they offer. There is no substitute for first-hand experience after all, and I am wary of talking. Unless you have another eel pie. Well, sadly I don't. But thank you for helping me to accomplish what I needed to with you. So we can now move on to where the Lancers Guild is. And so it's going to be over here. And it looks like night has fallen, which is kind of appropriate because, as you can see on the clock, it's 8:35 p.m. where I am on this March 26th. And if you want to run faster, hold down L2 and press triangle to sprint. Now we're really running. And I figured I might as well show that off since this has already been a long episode already, over 40 minutes long. So we should see someone here at the... Yes, there's Jillian. There you are. Welcome to the Lancers Guild. I see you brought your own spear. If you seek to refine your skills with a polearm, then you have come to the right place. Here at the Lancers Guild, spear wielders gather to train with one another and further hone their abilities under the tutelage of our fine instructors. More than just an instrument of war, the spear is also a tool for hunting, and with game ever plentiful in the Twelveswood, the weapon has been the mainstay of the locals here since before the founding of Catania. With the passing of time, our nation became a gathering place for spearmasters from across the realm, many eager to test the metal against the famed might of our wood whalers. And it was here in Catania that the myriad fighting styles came into contact, eventually giving rise to the art taught here today. That spear technique could be formalized at all load, much to the founding of the Lancers Guild by woodwhaler Captain Mistal, nigh on a century past. The tradition of accepting students from without as well as within Catania borders persists to this day, ensuring that the art of the polearm may not only survive, but also continue to evolve. Well, there you have it. I hope this brief history of the guild has helped settle any doubts in your mind. The Lancers Guild is always eager to welcome new initiates. If you've a word to enlist, speak with me again and we can begin the enrollment procedures. And so we've accomplished what we had to here. We'll come back to them later, but right now the main focus is to go to take care of our going back to where we need to be. So there's another Aethernet shard here that we can use, so we can go ahead and attune to that. Yeah, they're going to be scattered all over the place. These additional Aethernet options allow you the ability to warp from various places within a city. Others have different uses, and basically serve as checkpoints for if you need to go back to them, and since you can't get to them from by normal means. So let's go ahead and go back to the Aetherite Plaza, which means going back over to the New Gridania side. Yeah, you'll see as we go along that you can go to Aetherite wherever it may be, whether it's out in the field or out in the city, but it's not always... There is a price to be paid for using it and to go from outside of a city, from inside of a city to outside of one, but we'll talk about that later. So let's just go ahead and talk to Miss Mother Miyun again. And you'll notice as well, people who are running around, these are other people who are playing the game right now, like I am. And they also will have a set of initials next to the name. That will be talked about in another episode. But for right now, we want to focus on going back to speaking with Mother Miyun, because we've accomplished everything that she has asked us to do. The conquering hero returns. You have completed my little tasks, I trust? The 3 locations you visited will prominently feature in your life as an adventurer. It is best you grow familiar with them as soon as possible. And you took the time to listen to the woes of the citizenry? I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. I am thankful that you are an obliging soul, TD. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. I pray Gridania can rely on your aid in the struggles to come. And thus we've completed our new task, close to home. Got another 50 experience points and another 107 gil. And so we successfully accomplished that. Now you may have noticed that her icon is a little different. This one is highlighted red, and if you ever see an icon that is highlighted red, it means that you have not reached a high enough experience level yet to be able to embark on that task. So we have to wait a while until we get to an appropriate experience level. As it showed there, I have to get to experience level 4 before I can take on Mother Miyun's next challenge. So I think we pretty much accomplished everything that we wanted to here on this first day. So yeah, that's going to bring day 1 of 75 of this Let's Play to a close. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching the start of my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn. And when I join you again on day 2, we'll see what the townspeople need me to do for them as I continue to get myself acquainted with the city of Gridania. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew with Novora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, I better run. Yeah, take care and I'll see you soon, everyone.